Just one more hour until reinforcements, aka me, arrive to save the day. But until then, keep your eyes on the highway and keep on trucking with Jimmy Mack on Road Gang Radio, y'all.
She said it right, and man, she's going to be here soon. But right now, we do have Jimmy Mack live from the Fastport Studios in good old NOLA, baby.
Oh, I got to tell you, good old NOLA. I don't have a problem with NOLA. People say, oh, call it NOLA. Don't say Chi-Town. Don't say San Fran. I got no problem with NOLA. It's Nolans that drives me crazy. You're from Nolans? I'm like, I don't know that place. I don't know Spooky Voodoo Land. I've never been there. Please stop calling it Nolans. You know why they call it Nolans? Is because some people down here, including myself, say New Orleans. That's not Nolans. I don't know who says Nolans. Never met that person. Everybody that calls it Nolans is from someplace other than New Orleans or New Orleans or even New Orleans. I mean, there are people who say New Orleans down here. I got no problem with that either because it's a great song. Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans? I don't. I'm here. Neither do you.
I wonder what the people at RaceTrac say.
Well, I got to tell you, Nick LaFalce, who is the marketing manager for RaceTrac, and Madison Letts, that's with a D, not with a T like our producer over here, fleet and fuel marketing specialist, are both here on the scene. We got a chance to talk to them before. We are thrilled to have them both back. Hey, guys, good morning.
Hey, can you hear us?
I can hear you grand and dandy. Can you hear me?
We sure can.
Well, see, fantastic. It means that the ones and the twos and the technology are actually working. We're going to jump right in with Nick. Good morning to you both. Nick, give us a little background about RaceTrac and RaceWay.
Yeah, so thanks, Jimmy, for having us on this morning. It's really a pleasure. Madison and I work to support RaceTrac's Travel Center program. So for those of you that don't know, RaceTrac, we're a popular convenience store brand with our franchise brand RaceWay here in the Southeast. Over 800 stores across 13 different states. But we're here today to talk more about our professional driver sites. So at about 100 of our sites now, we have high-flow diesel, DEF, and truck parking at our stores with a larger inside offering in terms of hot food, professional driver merchandise, you name it. So we're here to talk about that and let drivers know we're a fit for them.
Yeah, and you guys have actually had high-flow diesel stores since 2018. Can you kind of give us a little background of the history of that?
Yeah, for sure. So for those of you that don't know, we've been building our high-flow diesel stores since 2018 with our first store being in Atlanta. For RaceTrac, if you're driving by with a truck, we have two different kinds of stores that will be a fit for you. Our first one, we like to call our high-flow diesel store, or we call it an extended diesel offering store. So basically think of it as a regular C store with a couple truck lanes in the back for you to fuel your vehicle. Additionally, we have our larger format travel centers, and there's about 36 of them today. Those are larger format stores with high-flow diesel, DEF at the pump, truck parking, Catskills, you name it. Just think of your average truck stop. We have almost everything there except showers and laundry.
And like I said, aside from showers and laundry, it really is a great place to get a pit stop in. I mean, that's just kind of a great way to kind of think about it. I mean, it's a travel center. I mean, so you can kind of, unpack that a little bit when you say everything but the things you mentioned. What does it include in regards to the amenities and the comfort level?
Well, the really nice thing about all our stores, having our program only be like 7 years old, they're really new and really high end inside. We have a robust inside food offer, including pizza, our own hot food program with fried chicken. We have a great snack and drink selection, a coffee bar. Overall, we have a really wide inside selection of, truck driver merchandise in terms of like stuff you can put inside your cab, fuel additives and lubricants. The other part that's really nice is we have a really fast and friendly service. For a lot of our stores, they're relatively new, so we're still trying to get the word out about our program and how we can be a better fit for the driver. So, a lot of that congestion you might experience at a typical truck stop where you're at the fueling lanes and the guy's parked there in front of you not moving. That's not something you're really going to experience at a RaceTrac. And that's what we're really trying to get the word about today.
I can actually speak from experience. I told you the guys this last time. I actually worked Christmas Eve over in Ocean Springs to broadcast the show, and on the drive in, I stopped in at RaceTrac to their coffee bar, and I can tell you guys, the idea of getting good service on the road is always a wonderful relief. The idea of getting good service on Christmas morning is something pretty spectacular, and it made a big difference to me. Everybody was warm and friendly, and it was also 4:30 in the morning on Christmas morning, so I didn't have any complaints. You guys are opening your 100th store. You got the 100th one coming this year, correct?
Yeah, well, we so it was really exciting news for us. Last month in Texas, we opened our 100th high-flow diesel store. So it was actually an existing convenience store that we added truck lanes onto. It was out in Grapevine Mills, Texas. But we actually are up to our 104th store now. So we just opened up one on Troy Highway in Montgomery, Alabama. and that was one of our newer travel centers. So we're always growing. I fully expect by next year we're going to be pushing upwards of towards 150 stores, which is really exciting, not just for the RaceTrac brand, but also for our franchise brand RaceWay, because a lot of drivers don't know that they can get these, fuel offerings at both stores. And, if they have a fleet discount, or maybe they participate in a fleet fuel card program like, Relay or something like that, they can really get good savings at on fuel at those sites.
And by the way, on just kind of a curiosity level, and if you say, Jimmy, I can't give you the particulars, I totally understand, but it might be your bailiwick, it might not. You talk about the idea of just having opened your 104th. How do you guys target and prioritize where you're going to open? I mean, what are the numbers you look at to kind of come to the determination of we should go here, this is where we should be next? I mean, you guys must, given what you both do, get a chance to talk to drivers. I know that you both have a deep affection for them, haven't met a lot of them. What are the determining factors to getting to getting one of those travel centers over in a particular area?
Well, I think a big part of it is, we look at major freight corridors, so along many major highways, whether it's, I-65 in Kentucky or just down in Florida on I-75 and the Florida-Georgia border with Valdosta. We do look at putting our travel centers at those key, points along freight corridors. But also, I would say we look at a lot of where our existing convenience stores are, where we see a demand for the professional driver in terms of high-flow diesel and DEF, and see if we can add new stores where the real estate allows. I mean, I will say a lot of it's just, do we have the space to put a store up in the area that the drivers need it? But when we can, we usually look at those two factors, whether it's along a major freight corridor or just we see the demand in an area.
I wanted to let you know, by the way, one of our friends out there in the chat, Trucker Boson, says he regularly goes to y'all's center over in South Dallas as well. So he's a big proponent of it. And my producer has something he wants to add really quickly because he's a fan.
Dude, let me tell you something, guys. Being from Louisiana and being able to go to RaceTrac, it's always nice. And when I lived in Baton Rouge, I'm like, I always look forward to that because all the different deals y'all have. But every day I make a commute from Biloxi, Mississippi, to over here in New Orleans. That one in Slidell, let me tell you, when I see it, when I see it over the hill, and just, man, I get excited, and I'm like, all right, I know exactly what I'm going to get. I'm going to get my coffee. I'm going to get maybe that pizza for later. I'm going to get one of those healthy snack options that you'll have.
Yeah, I'm a big fan, by the way, of having anything like that in a location where you feel like you're almost there. I like them at the place where you feel like you just got started. I also like them as the checkpoint for almost there, where I can walk outside and be like, okay, let me just take a moment here before I have to make the final part of this drive. Really quickly, Dre, go ahead.
Exactly. And like he said, whenever I leave that one, I'm like, all right, I only have 25 minutes left of my trip.
Yeah. And by the way, wait, there's more. We pivot to Madison now, who wants to talk a little bit about RaceTrac Rewards program. Hey, Madison, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm Dan and Grandio. We're over here in one of the most beautiful neighborhoods in the known universe, so we don't have much to complain about. Talk a little bit about what the rewards program is kind of designed to do.
For sure. I'd love to talk about our rewards program. Essentially, just download that RaceTrac Rewards app. You can put your number in, and for all of our professional drivers out there, you would select professional semi-truck, I should say. And then anytime that you go to a racetrack and you fill up or you buy something in store, you're going to be collecting points. And those points are going to be held in a catalog. And then you can go and redeem them from anything from my favorite, which are the jalapeno chips, shout out, to really just anything in store that's in that catalog. So I highly recommend it. I mean, who does not love getting free points? Every time you go to RaceTrac and you fill up your giant semi-truck, you're going to get some rewards points from that. So.
Yeah, we actually talked the last time about the fact that Lindsay kept talking about the pizza possibilities. And by the way, speaking of possibilities, next week, as everybody knows, is, it's driver appreciation. That's where we're headed and destination. You guys got a TDAM Appreciation Month offer. Can you let people know what that is?
Yeah, for sure. It's finally here, Truck Driver Appreciation Month, and RaceTrac is spending the entire month supporting our drivers, RaceWay as well. For RaceTrac, you can get one slice of pizza a week, one free fountain drink or coffee a week, and then also double rewards points on your fuel. Again, all ways to add into those rewards as well, those reward points. But who doesn't want free pizza and a free drink? That'll be going for the entire month of September. And then RaceWay is also doing their own TDAM deal. They'll be doing, I believe it's a free coffee or a flashlight with the purchase of fuel. So we're really excited to see RaceWay hopping in on the TDAM train as well, supporting all of our drivers out there.
I wanted to ask you, Madison, by the way, and I want to get Nick's take on this too. So you guys get a chance to get out there. I mean, one of the things that is not a good thing is to have somebody in marketing who really isn't on boots on the ground. I mean, you actually giving shout outs here to jalapeno chips, which means you're actually experiencing some of this stuff. How have drivers been responding to it? What and how much of an impact does driver input have on what actually happens over there?
Yeah, for sure. That's a great question. Nick can also speak to this as well, but we were just at an event at our Blairsbridge location, and we were handing out some RaceTrac swag, if you will, and we actually got the chance to talk to a lot of the drivers and to tell them about Truck Driver Appreciation Month and our rewards program and what RaceTrac has to offer for them and how to fulfill their needs. And I would say it sounded pretty positive, Nick, if you would agree. Like, yep. I think the drivers like what we've got going on, but we're also, we hear them as well. We want their feedback, when they come talk to us. I personally love meeting truck drivers. I've been in the industry for, almost 2 years now, and it's always been a pleasure just like hearing what they do and supporting them, but also, knowing that their voices are heard as well.
By the way, we have another one of our listeners who's in the chat, talks about the one in Madison, Alabama. He's going to be checking that out today. So we'll get some insight upon what he experiences over there, and we'll get that back to you guys. Nick, can you kind of talk about that, to your experiences in talking to drivers and all of the kind of how you guys respond to what they are responding to?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's no surprise the state of the freight market and how it's been for these past few years. I think value is top of mind for a lot of drivers, and that's the experience we really try to offer at RaceTrac, whether it's having a really competitive price on the street for diesel or just all the free stuff we're giving away this month. We really want to make sure it's the best value experience out there for the drivers, and that's really a big thing Madison and I hear. Whether we're talking about drivers about our rewards program or just getting them back in on the road as fast as possible to keep on earning. That's really what we hear, and we try to service the drivers.
Yeah, and by the way, it's such a great reminder that everyone who is actually working inside the supply chain right now knows what we'll call them challenges for the sake of the hope that there are better days ahead, of the challenges that are there. And so much of this is designed, I would think, Nick, with the understanding of that. I mean, high-end stuff in regards to big prices. Sometimes, we'll go out and you'll buy a great jacket, and that'll last you for a couple of years. But we're talking about the little tiny things here that folks need to kind of get further down the road, and the idea of the points and the reward systems and all of that is designed to keep those price points down, correct?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it's not even just the fuel. It's whether it's our parking or other amenities. We try to keep our parking as cheap as possible in the sites that do have it paid. Otherwise, a lot of our stores just do offer free truck parking. I know that's a huge cut out of a driver's wallet during the month. So really, we try to make sure that we're offering the best value experience, because that's the one thing about a lot of our convenience stores and brands like us that are getting into this space. We're a newer player in the truck stop space. So how can we differentiate ourselves? Whereas, if you've been at a national truck stop brand like a Love's, Pilot, or TA, you're probably used to really expensive prices just because they know they're going to get you, and there's a lot more competition that we have to vie for.
We are so pleased to have had you guys on this morning. It's good to talk to you guys again. Welcome back, and hopefully we'll be able to have more conversations moving forward in the future. Just to kind of give you guys a quick reminder, this content will be available on the Tube of You and everywhere you get your podcast. After the show, Nick LaFalce is the marketing manager for RaceTrac. Madison Letts is the fleet and fueling marketing specialist. We are thrilled to actually have made time for them. You can find at RaceTrac on IG or Facebook or RaceTrac.com. Thank you both. Go have a wonderful day, and I hope your weekend is full of a lot of joy. I've just rediscovered weekends, and I got to tell you, I enjoy them, so I hope you guys get a kick out of them too. Thank you both.
Oh, thanks, man. You too.
Thank you.